Well, joining me now is arguably the most prolific athlete in the history of New Jersey professional sports. He spent 21 seasons with the Devils and during that time led them to 3 Stanley Cup titles. His number 30 was retired by the team in 2016. He was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame 2 years later, and now he's a member of the New Jersey Hall of Fame. I could not be happier to have him on the show today. Martin Brodeur, thanks so much for coming on and congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Oh, it's our pleasure to have you on. So when did you find out that you were getting inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame, and what was your reaction? Take us through what happened when you got the call.
It was, I think it was about maybe 6, 7 months ago. I just got an email and said, we need to talk to you. So kind of through the people here at the Devils, we reached out and they announced it. They say, hey, we'd love to induct you in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. I haven't really heard much about that, so I was kind of a little curious, and I started looking into it, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty great honor to be part with a class of all the talented people we have here in New Jersey.
Some big names in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Now, what does the award mean to you, and how does it compare to other awards that you've gotten in the past?
Well, this is so different. I know it is with hockey, but it's mixed in with all walks of life. Some singers, some educators, some philanthropists. It's just kind of cool to be able to have my name around these guys. Obviously, I'm the first hockey player in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Even though I'm not from New Jersey, I made my home in New Jersey, so I'm really proud of that. So the fact that I was able to get inducted is something special for me.
Love to hear it. Now, you got drafted by the Devils in 1990. You came here from Montreal as a teenager. Did you have a lot of mixed emotions coming to America? Because on the one hand, you're coming here to play your favorite sport at the highest level. But on the other hand, you're heading to a different country as a kid, basically, which could be overwhelming. So what was going through your mind as you got ready to play hockey in New Jersey?
Well, for me, it was a dream come true to get drafted in the NHL. Didn't really matter where it was. I know my agent was happy. He was in the U.S. That's about it. I wasn't really sure. You know how you get all these towns that they all, it's like the New York Rangers or Philadelphia Flyers. I'm like, New Jersey's a pretty big state. Wasn't really sure where the team was at. But when I first came into New Jersey, I always gonna remember the first flight, and I'm looking to my left, and I see the skyline of New York, and I'm landing in New Jersey. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a fun spot. So it didn't lie because I had a great time. Built something special here with the team, and we're able to be successful.
Now, I know a lot has changed since your playing days. The Devils used to play at the Meadowlands. Now they play in Newark. I remember going to those games at Brendan Byrne Arena as a kid. Seems like a lifetime ago. But what are some of your fondest memories as a New Jersey Devil during that time?
Well, obviously winning our first Stanley Cup right at Brendan Byrne Arena. It's funny how when I got inducted, I was probably like 500 feet from that rink, the mall of the American Dream Mall. So that was kind of pretty cool to have it right there. But obviously, I think something that was unusual is like when we won our cups, having a Stanley Cup parade in a parking lot. That was kind of pretty unusual at the time in the NHL. And a lot of people were talking about it, but it was great to see all our fans there, us being on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people. It was pretty cool.
Now, New Jersey obviously adores you as a player and as a person. What are some of your favorite things about New Jersey?
Well, for me, I'm a big golfer, so it's kind of hard to beat golf in New Jersey. So everywhere I go, like you go play some of the highest quality golf in the area is great. I've made a lot of friends through that sport also. But everything about it, I think how easy it is to commute. If you want to go to Europe, you want to go back home to Canada, a lot of different things that like. I'm not a shore guy. I'll admit I'm not. I don't go down the shore that often, but when I do, I enjoy it.
That's okay. I live at the Jersey Shore and I don't take offense to it. That's perfectly fine, Martin. You currently serve as the Executive Vice President of Hockey Operations for the Devils. How has being a player helped prepare you for this current role?
Well, I think just the experience. I think the knowledge of the game. I think the connection through all the years I've played, all the people I've met. I was fortunate to play, in international competition and got to meet a lot of different folks that obviously I'm able to tap in for experience, for guidance or for help at times. So it's been good. You've played for so long. You come across a lot of good people that in the world of hockey, it's a small world. So it's kind of nice when you get to know everybody.
Any thoughts on the Devils so far this season, and specifically the performances of the veteran goalies Jake Allen and Jacob Markstrom?
Yeah, I think it's been a good start of the season for everybody. Obviously a lot of injuries again early on. Hopefully we'll shake that off and then stay healthy for the rest of the season when guys will come back. But I think we've survived. I think we've took great steps in grinding out points. A lot of time, a lot of games in overtime in a shootout. We have such a skilled hockey team up front that gives us a chance to win every single night. And having the two veteran guys to stabilize a little bit some of the lack of defense we have with some of the younger guys in Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec that are learning to play at the NHL level, playing some big minutes at times. It's kind of nice for them to have two guys that feel good about themselves back there.
And Martin, I'll ask you one final question. You've made such a mark on New Jersey over the last 35 or so years with so many accomplishments under your belt. Is there anything else you're looking to add to that already very lengthy resume?
You know what? I just want to have success here in my capacity. Obviously, you have a lot of control when you play to a certain extent of how the success happens. Now you kind of put it together. I think Tom Fitzgerald's doing a great job alongside the ownership that gives us the opportunity to go out and spend money and give the best product possible. Just to see the faces of I remember when I played, especially the last Stanley Cup, we had older guys that never won Stanley Cups, and just be able to share it with them was a really fun experience. And I can't wait to share it one more time with all these young guys that are chasing their dreams, and hopefully their dreams will come true here in New Jersey.
Love it. Fantastic interview. New Jersey Hall of Famer Martin Brodeur, thank you so much for coming on today. And again, congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. We'll be right back. Joining me now in studio are the youngest guests I've ever had on the show. They may be young, but they have a huge following on social media where they're known as the Twinstripe reporters. They've interviewed big-name athletes and have made the rounds on a bunch of New York sports programs, but I'm told this is their first appearance on a New Jersey show. It's my pleasure to welcome Carter and Cooper Thomas, the Twinstripe reporters. Guys, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having us. I can't wait.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
So excited.
Oh, I'm excited too. We were talking baseball before the show. So when did you guys first become, you're still very young, but when did you guys first become interested in sports?
So we were born into a big sports family with a lot of sports buffs. So, and when we were very young, we were playing T-ball, and when we were really young, we had books about the Yankees. So
yeah.
It's kind of grown on us.
It's grown on you guys. Now, how did you guys get interested in interviewing people?
So we went to a lot of Yankee events, and we started asking the players questions, and we loved talking to them. They liked talking to us, and we started posting it on Instagram, and it's all come up from that.
Yeah, it's all gone uphill from there. I mean, you guys are at like 20,000 followers.
Yeah.
You put me to shame. That's awesome. How did you get your name, the Twinstripe Reporters, which is such a clever name, by the way? Was that you guys? Was it your mom? Who was that?
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it is a pretty cool name.
It is a cool name.
Yeah. So we figured out that Twinstripe and Pinstripe,
Yeah.
And we started doing reporting. We thought, oh, Twinstripe, we had to use this name for something, and I guess we just figured out it rhymed, and
Twinstripe and it worked.
Reporters, yeah.
Yeah, Twinstripe Reporters. It worked for you. You got all those followers. You guys have interviewed so many athletes. Another thing that I'm jealous of, you've interviewed some pretty big names. Are there any ones that are your favorites that you've interviewed?
So all of them are great, really. It's hard to choose one, but one that we've really had a connection with is Bernie Williams. We've seen him a lot of times, and we went to his celebrity softball game. We were the Bat Boys there. That was one of the best days of our life. It was so fun being there with all of his friends and stuff. And he's also next month, he's having a concert on Carnegie Hall. We're going to be there. He's a really good musician. We saw his practice a few weeks ago. He's really good. And also, baseball-wise, he's a great player. He had the most postseason home runs and RBIs in Yankees history. Over 250 career home runs.
Unbelievable.
He's an amazing baseball player as well.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Yeah, he does everything. He's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He's a great musician. He's awesome.
And the most important thing, he's a very class guy. He's a very nice guy.
Very,
I've had
very
him on the
classy
show,
guy. Yeah,
and he's just a pleasure to work with and interview. Do you guys think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
There's no one as clutch as him.
He was really good.
Hit a lot of big home runs.
When it mattered. Are there any athletes you haven't interviewed that you want to interview?
Well, obviously Aaron Judge. That's totally. If I got the chance to talk to Aaron Judge, I wouldn't be able to talk. I would faint.
I'll be like,
I don't even know. I could be like,
You'd have to look all the way up at him too. He's like 6'7",
yeah.
right?
yeah.
Yeah. My kid does that, 6'7". Yeah, I'm starting to. It doesn't mean anything, right?
It just in a song. It doesn't really
It's just
mean
it's just a song.
Yeah, I mean, the first couple of weeks of it was okay, but now it's just like
Now it's getting old.
Yeah, it's
Get
It's
over
getting
it.
old. Hopefully.
Also, another player that we'd like to meet is Derek Jeter. That's the same thing as Aaron Judge. I'd be like,
Yeah. That would be really, really cool. Derek Jeter, man. He was a class guy, too. Do you guys want to continue interviewing people when you grow up? Do you want to make a career out of this? I know you're still really young and there's a lot to learn in life, but do you think this is something you can do as an adult?
Yeah, I definitely want a future in the field of sports broadcasting. We do some broadcasting for some of the minor league teams.
and we do classes too. Yeah.
broadcasting
And reporting
classes.
would be great.
Another
Something
thing that field.
Yeah, something in baseball.
Yeah.
Football, probably.
Baseball's
Yeah.
the
That'd be
best.
awesome.
Thoughts on the Yankees this season and next season?
So, I mean, last season was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, they started off really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they start off strong again this season, but at the end of it, they just lost it. I mean,
Yeah, but this offseason, they have a lot of pieces in the puzzle, but they still have a lot of pieces to go. I mean, their bullpen it's not really depth right now.
Yeah.
Like, you have David Bednar, so he's your closer, but you
Yeah.
need some more depthy relievers.
Yes.
Maybe another starting pitcher, because Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon are probably going to be out the first few months of the season. So maybe Chris Bassett even there.
Yeah,
And
much better
offensively,
pitcher.
it's a lot lefty heavy, so
Yeah.
some right-handed hitters would be helpful. Maybe Ty France. Corey Seager's up for trade for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's right. He would be a great addition.
I would love Corey Seager, but I saw last year that against lefty pitchers, they couldn't get anything done. They need some more guys who hit lefties. Cody Bellinger is a lefty hitter, but he hits lefties really well. I would love it if they re-signed him.
Yeah, and also another person who could hit leadoff, Stephen Kwan, would be
Yeah.
either him or Bellinger in the outfield would be perfect.
Is Garrett Cole supposed to come back from his?
I think like a month or two after the season.
Yeah, I can't
Into
wait
the
to have
season.
his dominance back.
And
I
Rodon's
missed
gonna
him
be like a
last year. He was
Yeah,
great.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He's like an old school pitcher. I really like him. It was a
really
shame
good
to
pitcher.
not see him play last year. He was out for
Yeah.
Tommy John surgery, right?
Yes.
How about the Mets? Oh, you talk about that was a disintegration. That wasn't even a
man.
collapse.
they started the season off so strong.
They were the best team in baseball at
Yeah.
the start of June, and then they missed the playoffs. So this offseason, they have two big free agents. Edwin Diaz, Pete Alonso, they're free agents.
Yeah.
They need to re-sign him to even get close to even making the playoffs,
Yeah.
probably. And also, outfield and rotation, they've never had really an ace pitcher. And they've been looking at getting Framber Valdez, a really good pitcher
Yeah.
from the Astros. I've heard there's been some rumors that way. Also, Cody Bellinger, who we want the Yankees to get, but
Yeah.
the
He had a
Mets are
great
trying
year.
to steal them, yes.
Yep.
And
Yep.
one disappointing thing from the Mets, they had the biggest payroll in all of baseball and missed the playoffs.
I know.
I mean,
That's what's most
But
disappointing
Juan Soto
about
is
it.
like eating up all the payroll, but
and he actually
really
had
is.
a good year. Most
He
was
was
second
what?
in MVP, right?
Second or third?
second, I think.
Yeah.
He had a 40-30 season.
Yeah.
he stole a lot more bases.
Yeah.
He
Their
didn't
first
steal-
base coach is so good, but now he's on the Braves.
But you figure him getting paid the way he does, he should put up Judge and Otani numbers and
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you know, what
More than Judge and Otani.
Exactly.
His money is a bit bigger than Judge. Probably Otani's bigger,
yeah.
but yeah.
But yes, it's true. He should be doing a little bit better based on what he's getting paid. How about the Jets and Giants? I know you guys are big football fans. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on them this year? I know they still have some work to do. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. But what are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, they're both very disappointing. They're not making the playoffs. They are pretty terrible this year, but the Giants have a lot of building points. Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, Malik Neighbors, a lot of young, good players. And that's a good building point. Their defense is very explosive. It has a lot of sacks this year. Brian Burns is great. But the Jets, they shipped off all their good defensive players, but now they have a ton of first-round picks and draft capital, which is going to be exciting for the Jets. So both of them have a future.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, and
something to look forward
they
to.
both have a future. I mean, for the first time in like 10, 15 years.
When's the last time the
while.
Jets made the playoffs?
It's been a
2009 or
while.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been too long. We're ready for it. The New York and New Jersey fans are ready for it. you
are.
guys want to do some trivia?
Oh yeah,
All right,
let's
okay,
do
Let's
it.
see. I'm going to use what I know to ask you. How about the '96 Yankees World Series lineup? Can you do that?
Okay.
Okay, so should I go like position?
Yeah.
So
position by
Girardi was mainly the catcher. First base was obviously Tino Martinez.
Bernie was in center.
position. Yep.
Second base was Chuck Knobloch. Shortstop was Jeter.
Jeter was rookie year in '96.
Yeah. Third base was Scott Brocious. Also, right field was, you said he was your favorite player, Paul O'Neill.
Paul O'Neill as a
And
kid.
in left
yeah.
left
Yes.
field, it was kind of a platoon between
There was
Darryl
always
Strawberry
always a
and
platoon
Tim
in left
Raines.
field.
But that
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
pretty much the only platoon that.
Yeah, and left field
Yankee
until Matsui came along, that position was like always platooned. They never
Yeah.
had a steady guy out there.
Yeah, they had Sheffield, and then
Yeah.
in the 2000s they had they had Matsui, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that changed a lot.
Now I know one of your favorite players, Don Mattingly. At least one of your favorite interviews. Do you guys think he's on the ballot He's on one of the Hall of Fame
yeah,
ballots
yeah.
this year. Do you think he belongs? In
I
the
think
Hall
he
of Fame?
100% deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. 9 Gold Gloves. I think he's one of the best, if not the best, fielding first basemen of all time. He has 6 All-Stars. He won an MVP, and the thing is, he doesn't have the counting stats as some Hall of
I know.
Famers, but that's because he had such a short career and all the back problems. He only had like 8 or 9.
And a lot of his counting stats even add up to Hall of Famers. Good example, Kirby Puckett. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His stats are better than Kirby Puckett. And I know Kirby Puckett played 2 less seasons, but he played more seasons that he was healthy than
Yes.
Don
And
Mattingly.
And the thing is, Don Mattingly for like 7-ish seasons was the best player in baseball.
Yeah, he really was.
He had some dominance.
He was
From
the-
like 84 to 88. He's
Yeah,
the best player in
that's
baseball.
And he had a
exactly
really
right.
good streak of Gold Gloves too.
Yeah, he was a great all-around player. And if he retired with those stats in today's game, he would easily be in the Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
yeah.
Because guys like Freddie Freeman are getting in, and they had like the same the same counting stats as Mattingly. So,
Yeah.
he
He's
just
better
played in a different
defensively.
time. He was a victim of circumstance, but we'll see. Well, hopefully this is
I-
his year.
He also had 300 too.
Yes,
Don't
he
forget
did.
that.
I
307.
think that MLB is making a serious mistake if Don Mattingly's not in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
hopefully,
But hopefully he will be.
hopefully they
he
get
will.
it right this year. Cooper and Carter Thomas, the Twinstripe reporters, keep up the great work, and thank you so much for coming in today,
Thank you
guys.
for letting us on.
Oh, it's our
This is
pleasure.
great.
Awesome. We'll be right back. Well, high school football just wrapped up a big week with the NJS IAA championship games at MetLife Stadium. For some of these guys, it may be their last time playing there, and for others, well, who knows? They may make a career out of it one day. Our very own TJ Tomesco was there for the action. He joins us now. TJ, thank you so much for coming on today.
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, it's going great. So, TJ, before we get into the games, can you talk a little about the atmosphere of MetLife Stadium and how excited the high school football players were there to be playing those games where the Jets and Giants play?
Oh, it was awesome. Just talking to the kids, being on the field, just hearing from all these kids saying how they've worked for this, how this was the goal, how they dreamed of playing at a place like MetLife Stadium. Just seeing everyone so happy, it was awesome.
It's fantastic to hear. Now, you covered a couple of those games. One of them was Passaic Tech against Washington Township. Washington won pretty handily, 31-12. Was this expected, considering that Washington was undefeated this year?
Yes and no. I say yes based on the fact that they were undefeated in the spectacular season that they had, but I say no is because of the timing that they're there now. I talked to head coach Mike Schatzman after the game. He said that the foundation was built on guys like 2018, 2019, the COVID year. They made the players there now want to play. Let's talk about 2018, 2019. Those were years where they had maybe 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins. So he really gives credit to the guys who graduated, making the younger kids, the guys there now, want to play.
Now, the other game, St. Joe's and Don Bosco, that game was much closer. St. Joe's won 24-21. With the loss, Don Bosco had their perfect season snapped, and this was St. Joe's first state championship win, I believe, since 2018. Can you take us through that game?
That game, that was all pretty much the Lamar Best show. Their quarterback for St. Joe's, he was dealing with an injury throughout the year. I talked to his father after the game. He had a shoulder bothering him. He didn't play a little bit earlier in the year. He came around just in time for the playoffs, and he connected with Nate Bailey. Nate Bailey is easily their best player on offense. He's committed to Harvard. They had a great game against a team like Don Bosco, who I would have thought was going to have a historic season. They went into Texas and they played a high school football game for the first time ever between New Jersey and Texas. So for a win like this for St. Joe's, it was incredible.
Now, you touched on this a little bit earlier. Can you talk about the coaches and their reactions? How proud were they of their teams after this game, or after these games?
It's the same thing that I said about Washington Township with St. Joe's. I talked to head coach Augie Huffman, and I talked to some players on the side. They all kept receipts. Everybody doubted St. Joe's. Everybody thought Don Bosco was going to win. They remembered that. People were telling head coach Augie Huffman that it was going to take 4 years to state championship, but that doesn't fly in their culture.
Now, TJ, you also covered a couple of games at Rutgers on Sunday. Let's start with Ramapo and Winslow. Winslow repeated as Group 4 football champion, snapping Ramapo's 9-game winning streak. Talk about the highlights of that game, and were you surprised at the outcome?
Yeah, I'm surprised that it was a close game. I mean, South Jersey public school teams are a different story. Winslow has 3 guys going to Power 5 schools. He has Nikier Helton, he's going to University of North Carolina, as well as Julian Peterson. But their main guy was Quad Hendricks. He's committed to Minnesota. He scored 2 receiving touchdowns, 165 yards on 5 receptions. He had an 87-yard kick return touchdown. He really did it all this game. Their quarterback, Jalen Parker, broke a South Jersey football record. He now has the most in South Jersey football history, and he's only a junior. Ramapo kept up a fight, and honestly, I am a little surprised based on the fact because Winslow, they had some tough competition. They played the school ONNJ Academy out in Florida. They played Bergen Catholic earlier in the year. So while Ramapo lost, they still put up a really good fight.
Now, the second game you covered at Rutgers, Glassboro against Cedar Grove. Glassboro won 29-14. I know there were high expectations for Glassboro. They also won the Group 1 state championship last year. Did it feel like they were in control the entire game?
It did, but the only thing that was holding them back were penalties and the Cedar Grove defense. They put up a good fight. Just like Winslow, Glassboro has a lot of stars, a lot of guys going to D1. The Sabb brothers are insane. Amari Sabb went off. He did everything. He had 2 touchdowns. He had an interception. He's ranked number 19 in New Jersey's top players in the class of 2026 for 247 Sports. His brother, Xavier Sabb, is an All-American. He's an All-American junior. He's number 1 ranked class of 2027. So it's not really surprising, but they have just went on a tear.
We'll see what happens. TJ Tomesco, great stuff, and thanks so much for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Well, that'll do it for this week's show. I'll see you next Monday. For all New Jersey sports and news, head over to ONNJ.com.